All right, guys. Thank you for attending here and spend the next few minutes with us. We heard that food always works, so I know it's after lunch. If you want an amazing macaron, come and grab one up front. They're $3 each, just so you know. But if you do, come and sit up front, so it's a little bit more interesting for everyone. So come and get a macaron if you want. With that, I'm going to have Mahesh kick it off here.
Okay. Well, good afternoon. Thank you for having us here. Thank you, LA Blockchain Summit, and everybody's working behind it. My name is Mahesh Chand. Today, I'm going to introduce you the Web3 platform as a service. Little background on me. I have been in crypto space for almost 6-7 years now. And if you look at some of the largest problems in the space, you can see hurdle, rug pulls, security, obviously shitty user experiences, and lack of experts. We just don't have enough Web3 blockchain developers. What if, and then besides that, one of the biggest problem is not having enough users of the platforms, users of the utilities. We have, obviously, let's not talk about market makers, bots, and day traders. If you look at that, there's very few transactions are actually happening in the crypto space. What if today I tell you that we have 30 million users? And they are not just users. They are software developers. And software developers, if you know a little bit about, they are early adopters of any tech. They are the creators. That's what they are, the one who are creating these Web3 and blockchain worlds. They're also one of the wealthiest professions. If you look at, they spend a lot of money in learning, training, certifications, and also get better jobs. And a lot of them, a majority of them, believe in crypto and Web3. My name is Mahesh Chand. I'm a founder of C# Corner. This is one of the largest independent communities for software developers, which I'll share a little bit more. I have been in this programming. I'm a programmer. I've been programming for the last 25 years. I'm a published author, former Microsoft regional director, and for MEP, blah, blah, blah. So now you're probably saying, what am I doing here from corporate world? Like, I've been working corporate world. Well, when I founded this community, C# Corner, in 2000, there was only one goal, that have a space for software developers to learn programming. Not just learn, share their knowledge, and help others. So fast forward this 22 years, we have spent zero money, all organic growth. Most of our users are creators, developers, builders. They're sharing knowledge. So you can think of that we are a small mini combination of LinkedIn, Coursera, GitHub, and Stack Overflow. We do some of the largest conferences in the world, all software development related. We also have partnered with 50+ universities to do these events. We also have one of the largest programs for communities to give them these awards. Think of like a red carpet for software developers. And as like many companies evolved during pandemic, when we stopped doing these conferences, we also launched our Netflix for software developers. These are some of the numbers, users for our last 5 years. As you can see, the growth in last year growth has been tremendous. We had almost 30 million users on the platform. We also have 3+ million registered members. And then each year, we are growing each year, as you can see from this. Now, what our goal is, so biggest problem with software developers today is they do help a lot of people. Look at GitHub. Millions of software developers every day contribute to GitHub. They share their code, they spend their time, but end of the day, they don't get anything out of it. Our goal is to tokenize our platform so all our creators, everybody who's creating, either they're writing an article, they are sharing your code, they are speaking, anything they are doing in the community, they're going to earn the token. Now, they can also spend this token getting premium membership, which means they can have training, certifications, they can have jobs, mentorship, and so on and so forth. And if you are a business, You can come and you advertise, you can search candidates, you can hire, you can boost your content, and even co-create and co-host conferences with us. So our goal really is to provide our community this tokenized incentives and rewards, including code edge NFTs, which Shell is going to talk in a minute. And that's here we are building. And thank you for so much for having us. So let me call my co-founder and CEO, Shell.
Thank you, Mahesh. If you just joined us, we are building infrastructure. Think Shopify for Web3. That's what we're doing. Community, if you're a community, small, medium business, and gig worker, how do you participate in the economy today? So this is a simple overview of the model, all right? So on the left-hand side, there will be a marketplace where you will have applications like subscribe here for a metaverse, subscribe here for a wallet, subscribe here for tokens. On the right-hand side is the customer, the community, small, medium businesses. We just happen to have a go-to-market partner with 30 million users. Okay, we have actual users that we are co-creating with. In the middle, you need transactions to happen to make this scalable, viable financially and otherwise. And that's where the digital assets will go in the form of avatars, monthly subscription numbers, NFTs, tokens, etc. So as part of that, we are launching the Sharp token. My background is from ING Direct. I'm Shell Hegstad, co-founder, CEO, AKA the Digital Viking. If you are familiar with ING Direct, we completely disrupted banking. I was part of the co-founders of ING Direct, and at the time, there were 7,284 banks in the US. Who the hell would start another bank? Well, we did, and we disrupted it completely. As part of that, my mobile project in terms of mobile banking were the fastest bank to 1 million mobile users. So I got to co-ring the bell on the exchange, and that's my 15 minutes of fame right there. As part of that journey, we won 11 Webby Awards for the best user experience. And then Apple gave us an award for the best mobile onboarding experience. So I have a little bit of understanding of user experience and how it's going to apply to the average user. Then I also volunteer a ton, as you can see. But the reason I got into the industry was 7 years ago, there were so many LinkedIn consultants that talked about smart contracts, and I was like, what the hell is it? So I started asking, and I got more and more frustrated. So I said, I'm just going to head over to Singapore and talk to a couple of developers, because Singapore was starting to formulate their sandbox for blockchain. I found 2 developers, and with their help, in 10 days, we built a smart contract, executed it for a real estate transaction in Philadelphia, and this is the media coverage of that. After that, I didn't feel so silly talking to all the LinkedIn consultants, because they were all BSing. So that's how I got into the industry, and that's how 2-3 years ago, Mahesh and I started working together on how do we approach the Web3 industry with our background, knowledge, etc. So what we believe in is being chain agnostic. We believe in creator economy. You should be rewarded for your creativity. We believe in co-creation, meaning you can't just build tech and dump it on the user. It usually does not work. So we're co-creating. So at the end of the day, it's the customer's solution. They feel it's theirs. We believe in gamification for fun, for engagement, and other reasons. And in terms of building a team, we were very impressed by the previous speakers and their team. We believe in diversity and inclusivity. We are asking for $6 million at a $50 million valuation. And part of the reason is, you heard from Mahesh, we have 30 million users, but there is more. We have a potential of 100 million users in our site. And in addition to the software development community, we have another use case that we're currently co-creating with iFoster. iFoster is a nonprofit, and what they do is they help kids, foster families, social workers to, in terms of the use case for them is that a foster child, they don't necessarily get the support that they need. Typically, if you can imagine financial distribution from local, state, federal, it doesn't always get, it's really hard to get to the kid, the foster family. So think of it as an unbanked segment. So one of the ideas and concepts and framework we're working on with iFoster is to give them a smart debit card, okay? That's one way to address it. But then they also need to get a platform for success in life, right? So that's usually where education comes in, and we want to add gamification to that element. So, hey, little Johnny, you're taking a class on Web3, good for you. Here's your reward, right? No, go and buy a pair of sneakers. So that's another use case. In LA County, right here, there's 50,000 foster kids. For each foster child, there is about 10 people that is in that segment, in the area, helping, supporting, working with each child. So think about that, right here in LA. So in total, both in California, in US, and we also have other countries that we are involved with, in India, for example, they really want a platform like this. Then we are in communication with other communities, smaller businesses, and a large travel community of 40 million users that we are starting to work with. Are all 100 million users going to sign up for our service? Of course not. But if we can get a small percentage of that, paying a blended rate of $5 to $10 a month, that's a solid business in itself. 2 weeks ago, we hosted India's largest Web3 conference. If you haven't been to India, you should go. And what we did there, we introduced our concept to software developers, university students, and Web3 enthusiasts. And investors were there, similar to this event. Without even trying, just by organic growth, we trended #1 in India by the end of the day. #1, beating out their cricket teams. In terms of gamification, how are we going to try to apply it in a meaningful way where the use case makes sense? Because there are so many use cases that doesn't make common sense. So if you think of a software developer today submitting code, right, they should be rewarded for that. But if I haven't done anything to the community, then what good does it do? So I think your bored apes and your crypto kittens, they may be getting a little bored. So it's time to introduce you to the glass-eating, fire-spitting, apex-ruling NFT elephant. Okay? So if you haven't done anything for the community, you're just a baby goat. You haven't done anything, a baby goat. But if you submit code, if you write a blog, speak at a conference like this, maybe you should be a tiger because you've done more. If you've done all of that and you publish a book and you're providing content for Sharp TV, maybe you should be an elephant. And with that comes some powers. You can decide what the tigers and goats should be having for breakfast. So that's the concept behind the gamification. What we did, we also introduced them with this 1-minute video to the concept, and then we asked them 8 questions. So we surveyed them what they thought about the concept of having your certifications minted as an NFT. So if I'm an employer, I can look at you and say, yeah, Shell got certified for AWS and Microsoft Azure. I want to interview him. So this is the 1-minute video, and then I'll give you the survey results after, and then we're done. So that was the introductory video, but then more importantly, we asked everyone, what do you think about it? And so here a snapshot of the survey. We asked 526 individuals. Do you think this is a good idea for your career to have your certifications minted? Yes, 95% said yes. On the left side, would you like to earn tokens? Yes. Would you like to spend tokens? Yes. And then what do you think about the gamification concept? 4.7 out of 5. Lastly, on the bottom line, would you be willing to pay a monthly subscription cost for this? 70% is an incredible number. Personally, I would say 18 to 20 would be what I would expect. We all know 70% is not going to subscribe, but at least it's directionally an amazingly positive number. With that, I want to finish and thank everyone, DGH, for hosting us. I want to thank you guys for paying attention and attending here. And I also wish good luck to the other companies that pitched. So right now, I feel like I'm at the Oscars. I would like to thank our software developers, my family, and photographer. But we're here, over there, at the bootstrapping booth with no sign, because we're saving money. So come and see us there if you want to know the details about the business model, our current fundraise, etc. With that, thank you, and come and grab a last macaron if you want.